Welcome back for minute 60 of Iron Man 1. My name is Brian.
And I'm Richard.
And this is the podcast where, seriously, we just made some Pym particle hair gel to try to make it so that time would pass through us and we get a little younger. We put it in our hairs, and instead of us getting younger, we kept getting older, but the world got younger. And the world got younger for 12 years until it finally washed out of our hair. Oh my gosh, it's hard to wash stuff out when time's going backwards. Can you imagine that? Trying to wash something out and then it goes back to what the state of it was 1 second back in time when it's back in your hair. It's impossible. We figured it out though, and now that we were back in time and able to transmit these videos into the future, we decided to rewatch the entire Infinity Saga, one marvelous minute at a time, from Iron Man 1 to Spider-Man Far From Home. Oh yeah, baby! He made that joke! I don't know what I'm saying joke I made, but Richard, what happened in this minute? Also, I gotta point out, it looks like he took that pizza and on the plane just separated physically each slice himself.
Maybe.
And then put it in the fridge, because when he opens up that box, nothing's connected.
It's true.
It's really disconcerting. It's like, what the fuck did you do? I know they cut the pizza slices, but they don't space them out like that. What happened in this minute?
He planted something on every single pizza slice to make sure Tony was going to ingest something he shouldn't, I think.
Some of those slices had da bomb on them, which we will be doing if you put ratings and reviews on Apple Podcasts. Like a lot. We're going to record it and put it up. It's going to be a tragedy.
Please do a lot. Please do a lot of them. I mean, I don't think we're going to count spam ones where like some dude named A is going to...
I don't care. I'll count it.
Oh my god.
Like, you don't even need to put a review, but if you put a review that just says A, I'm gonna take that bite and go, A, in pain.
He's gonna be in more than pain. I'm just saying. He's gonna embarrass himself.
I have no shame, though. There's so many parts where you died inside out of embarrassment for me.
Yeah, and even if I get embarrassed, it will all be worth it. Anyways, as for this minute, Obadiah turns Tony around, says, "You've got to give me something. I'm trying to turn this around, but you got to give me something.
Turn the beat around."
And he suggested to Tony, hey, you know, we can do something with that arc reactor, have our engineers draw up a couple plans and blah, blah, blah.
Let's analyze it. I'm just trying to throw a bone to the guys in New York, which makes sense for why Tony may have built Stark Tower in New York later on, because it's a place that he would have to stay during his board of directors meetings.
Could be. Or maybe New York just has a lot of issues and Avengers need to be there to protect it. Maybe.
I mean, technically at that point, only the Hulk had been in New York in a negative sense when he broke Harlem.
Obadiah's idea is to give that arc reactor in Tony's chest to some engineers and draw up some specs, and Tony is adamant. No.
Tony's adamantium.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not.
Because you said he's adamant.
He's adamant. He's
even more indestructible than being adamant with that decision. He's adamantium, which is a Marvel reference.
Yeah. So, that's enough of that. Come on. Seriously. Tony does not want it to go into the wrong hands. He wants the company to be responsible with it. He doesn't know what would happen with it if he gives that up to people, if he gives that design up to his own engineers in his company and to his board and what they would do with it. And he doesn't really want them to know about it. So he's like, no. And Obadiah is getting a little bit more frustrated. He's not showing it. You know, Obadiah's being a good actor, seeing as how, you know, on the inside, he's really fed up with Tony. He's been fed up with Tony for years.
Although he totally does such a petty-ass thing, like, hold this Iron Man DVD. Total petty. Here, you can have a slice. Take two, you little son of a bitch. I'm not. No. Most of this pizza that I've already touched because it's weirdly separated, mine.
But that was after. He does that, but that was after he asked Tony if he can go down there and just see something. Obadiah wants to give the board anything, and Tony's not having it. You know, Obadiah, that's when...
Oh, wait, no, that was actually right before he asked if he could go downstairs. Tony said, "This stays with me."
Mm-hmm.
The arc reactor. And then he goes, "Well, then this stays with me."
Then this stays with me. He literally physically takes the pizza from Tony. It is not too far for him. If they've known each other their entire lives, or for
at least
Tony's
entire life.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, here, what's the quote from Alfred in The Dark Knight? Rachel tells me you've known her whole life. Oh, not yet, sir.
And so it could be kind of a playful thing, like, no, you don't get any pizza.
Yeah, he definitely plays that off.
Right.
But it was definitely some petty shit.
Yeah. It was petty. And Tony takes 2, because Obadiah says, "Here, go on, you can have a piece. Take 2. Like, fake generosity. Like, I'm still giving you pizza, but you're not having the pizza. You're not having all of it.
Actually, he only takes 1. I mean, minus the one that's already in his hand, but he said, like, take 2 as in, like, take 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
But he only does take 1 more.
Yep.
So Tony's not as selfish as Mr. Steen. I don't know what that accent was.
Tony probably only wanted 1 more anyways. So,
because he's fit.
Take 2. Okay, so now that we're past all of that, Tony just bids Obi good night as Obi's trying to see what's down there. That just ends the scene. Just cold deny. No. So we cut over to...
Whoa, wait. Day 11, test 37, configuration 2.0. I mean, 2.0 might be for Mark II, but now he's got 2 handheld things.
And the boots on.
Yeah, and the boots. But this is test 37? How many times do you think that if test 1 was the 10%, how many times do you think he's hit his head? Just being like 9%. 8%.
He might have done testing not on his person.
Hopefully.
So it's configuration 2.0, so probably had to change some settings around. Give these the settings of some files. If you douse me again and I'm not on fire, I'm donating you to a city college. He's talking to the robotic arm holding the fire extinguisher.
To dummy.
Yeah.
Now they've been recording for 2 minutes before he's actually doing the test.
He's starting the video and then he's doing something. He's like, I gotta do one more thing for the whatever. I'm gonna put some more equipment on.
The empty full meter for the battery is exactly the same as before.
He keeps it charged, okay?
I mean, but not so charged. It's only at 62.5%.
He believes in keeping the battery between 20 and 80% as you should, and he's just very diligent about keeping it at exactly like 62%.
A few moments later.
All right, what about these cars? Anything new about these cars?
Yeah.
The 88?
So I just don't know what it is. It could be a Pagani wire. I hardly know what a Pagani wire is.
What the fuck is a Pagani wire?
Pagani is a brand, and the Wira is like, it's a car. It begins with the letter H, Wira.
Look, they got a power cord going to the dummy.
It's funny.
That must roll around everywhere.
Yeah.
Wait,
probably.
it doesn't though. There's no like wheels.
It looks like tracks on it, or no? Maybe he just pushes it around.
God, why do you even want that thing?
That's why he hates it.
Couple motorcycles.
Maybe that could be a Koenigsegg, that orange car. If you guys want to fill us in on what that car is, that orange car, I'd appreciate it, because it's bothering me a little.
Well, at least this time he didn't say, I'm going to be half meter from the not exactly center.
Mm-hmm. Now, the subtitles here say 1%. I thought he said 3%.
No, he said 1%.
He said 1%? Okay. I did not know he was going to say 1% 2 or 3 videos ago, 2 or 3 podcast minutes ago.
I knew that. I knew that. So when you said it, I was like, I thought it was 1.5% for some reason, but that might be a little later. But when you said 1%, I was like, yeah.
Can you imagine if he went on 100%? How fast he would fly? It's like he would be off by like a degree, and he's just gonna fly in that direction really hard if he's off just a little bit as to where he's aiming. So we didn't even get to it. He achieves good thrust with 1%. He floats a couple feet off the ground. The test actually went well for the first time, and he has a full configuration arm. He calls them stabilizers, but they're repulsor beams, and the foot thrusters. And
he starts saying, "Don't follow me around." Although the subtitle says, "Don't follow me with around." I understand that the script and what they say in the movie are sometimes different a bit, but
A deaf
Follow me with around. Come on, man.
A deaf person might be like, Mr. Stark's not that good with grammar, is he?
And then we also saw a shot of what the camera looks like. Do you know anything about what that camera type is?
No, I don't know that. There's some random like squiggly lines on it. I don't know.
Okay.
Probably worth more than my yearly salary. And yeah.
If you've been watching the X Minutes, you'll notice that Wolverine's on the motorcycle. So him having these motorcycles just made me think, he's friends with Wolverine. Anything else for this minute, though? He's got like an extra battery pack on his butt.
On his hips, yeah.
Oh, yeah, on his hip. No, more on his butt. He got more booty.
The belt would be on his hips. I don't really know. It's there. It's above his butt, I would say. I don't know.
It's right there. That's where his butt is.
Sure.
His butt is very friendly with that battery pack.
Yes. It's a keister warmer. Oh, and then to end the minute, he lands and then he scolds his robotic arm even more. Like, stop following me around with that thing. I feel like I'm going to catch on fire spontaneously.
The end of that line is next minute.
Oh.
He said, don't follow me around.
Well, I guess we're going to edit that out. Maddie eats poopy.
She doesn't watch these minutes.
Oh, okay. Fine. I'm Richard.
I'm Brian.
You've got an army.
We've got a podcast.